Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or struggled to remember the name of someone you just met? It happens to all of us. But when those little lapses in memory become more frequent, it can start to feel worrisome. Memory loss isn't just a normal part of aging. In fact, scientists have discovered that what you eat plays a huge role in keeping your brain sharp and reducing your risk of Alzheimer's. That's right. Your diet could be the key to protecting your memory and staying mentally strong for years to come. So, if you're over 60 and want to give your brain the best possible care, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into 5 powerful foods that can help fight off Alzheimer's and keep your mind clear. These aren't fancy superfoods that are hard to find. They're simple, delicious, and easy to add to your meals right away. Let's start with the first one that's probably already in your fridge but doesn't get enough credit for its brain-boosting powers. Blueberries. Small, sweet, and packed with antioxidants, blueberries are often called brain berries, and for good reason. They contain flavonoids, which have been shown to improve memory and slow down cognitive decline. In one study, older adults who ate blueberries regularly showed better brain function than those who didn't. That means fewer of those, "Where did I put my keys?" moments. But here's the key: don't just eat blueberries once in a while. Make them a part of your routine. Add them to your morning oatmeal, toss them into a smoothie, or snack on them in the afternoon. The more consistently you eat them, the more you'll protect your brain. Now, let's talk about a food that might surprise you: walnuts. These little nuts don't just look like tiny brains. They're actually one of the best foods for brain health. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and support brain cell communication. Scientists have found that people who eat a handful of walnuts daily tend to have better memory, faster thinking skills, and a lower risk of Alzheimer's. Think of it this way: your brain is like a car engine. Omega-3s are the oil that keeps it running smoothly. Without enough of them, things start to slow down, and over time, damage can build up. But by eating walnuts regularly, you're giving your brain the fuel it needs to keep going strong. The best part? You don't need a lot. Just a small handful, about 7 to 10 walnuts a day, is enough to make a difference. You can eat them on their own, sprinkle them over a salad, or even mix them into yogurt for a tasty brain-boosting snack. Now, we've talked about berries and nuts, but what about a drink that can protect your brain? There's one that's been studied for decades and has some incredible benefits for memory and focus. Stay with me, because this next food is a game changer. Now, we've talked about berries and nuts, but what about a drink that can protect your brain? There's one that has been studied for decades and has some incredible benefits for memory and focus. Green tea. That's right. Something as simple as a cup of green tea could help keep your brain sharp and lower your risk of Alzheimer's. Green tea is loaded with powerful compounds called catechins and L-theanine. These aren't just fancy scientific names. These compounds actually protect brain cells, improve focus, and even reduce stress. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, sit by the window with a warm cup of green tea, and enjoy a moment of calm. Not only are you starting your day with a soothing ritual, but you're also giving your brain exactly what it needs to stay strong. In fact, studies have shown that drinking green tea regularly can improve memory and slow down cognitive decline. And if you're someone who enjoys coffee, don't worry, you don't have to give it up. But swapping out 1 cup of coffee for green tea every day could give your brain an extra layer of protection. Speaking of protection, there's another food that doesn't just help your brain, it can also protect your heart and lower inflammation throughout your body. And it's one you might already have in your kitchen. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. These dark, leafy greens are packed with vitamins and antioxidants that help keep your brain functioning at its best. Researchers have found that people who eat at least 1 serving of leafy greens per day have the brain function of someone 11 years younger than those who don't. Think about that for a second. If you could keep your brain nearly a decade younger just by adding more greens to your diet, wouldn't that be worth it? And here's why they work so well. Leafy greens are rich in vitamin K, folate, and lutein, which helps slow brain aging and reduce the buildup of harmful plaques that contribute to Alzheimer's. The best part? You don't need to eat a giant bowl of salad every day to get the benefits. You can toss a handful of spinach into your scrambled eggs, add some kale to your smoothie, or enjoy a warm bowl of sautéed greens with garlic for dinner. It's all about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. So far, we've covered blueberries, walnuts, green tea, and leafy greens. But there's one more food that's absolutely essential for brain health. It's something that many people avoid, but they shouldn't, because it's one of the best sources of brain-boosting omega-3s. And that food? Fatty fish. We've already talked about some incredible brain-boosting foods, blueberries, walnuts, green tea, and leafy greens, but now let's talk about the last one on our list. This one is a game changer when it comes to protecting your brain, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't eat enough of it. I'm talking about fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are like super fuel for your brain. In fact, scientists have found that people who eat fish regularly have a significantly lower risk of developing Alzheimer's. But why is that? Well, your brain is actually made up of about 60% fat, and a big part of that fat is DHA, a type of omega-3. DHA is essential for keeping brain cells strong and helping them communicate with each other. Think of it like the oil that keeps a machine running smoothly. Without it, things start to slow down, and over time, damage can build up. Studies have even shown that people who have higher levels of omega-3s in their blood have better memory, quicker thinking skills, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. And it's not just about preventing Alzheimer's. Omega-3s can also help with mood, focus, and even reducing anxiety. So, how can you get more fatty fish into your diet? The best way is to aim for at least 2 servings per week. That could be as simple as having grilled salmon for dinner, adding canned sardines to a salad, or even making a delicious tuna sandwich. And if you're not a big fan of fish, don't worry. You can still get omega-3s from other sources like chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. Or you can talk to your doctor about taking a high-quality fish oil supplement to make sure you're getting enough. So now, let's take a step back and look at the 5 powerful brain-boosting foods we covered today. Blueberries, packed with antioxidants that protect brain cells and improve memory. Walnuts, full of omega-3s that keep brain function sharp and strong. Green tea, rich in catechins and L-theanine to enhance focus and reduce stress. Leafy greens, loaded with vitamins that help slow brain aging and prevent cognitive decline. Fatty fish, one of the best sources of omega-3s for brain health and memory. Now, here's the most important part. It's not just about eating these foods once in a while. It's about making them a part of your regular diet. Because here's the truth. Your brain is constantly changing, and every bite of food you eat has the power to either support or harm your memory in the long run. The good news is, even small changes can make a huge difference. So, if you're serious about protecting your brain and keeping your memory strong, why not start today? Pick one of these foods and add it to your next meal. Maybe it's a handful of walnuts as a snack, a cup of green tea in the morning, or some salmon for dinner. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on healthy aging, memory, and longevity. Also, we'd love to hear from you. What's one brain-healthy food you already eat, or one you're excited to try? Drop a comment below, and let's keep this conversation going. Remember, your brain deserves the best, and it's never too late to start taking care of it. Here's to staying sharp, feeling great, and living life to the fullest.